music composers, like not all, but some music composers can actually, when they listen to the music, they can actually see. I mean, they can actually see the notes.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I think that's the case with most music composers. Yeah, because music starts becoming a very visual medium where you not only can see the notes, but you can also see the layers of music. Like, for example, if it's an orchestra playing, and I love working with symphony orchestras all over the world.
Okay.
And when I'm listening to an orchestral piece of music rather, I can actually visualize the different layers. Like the violin section 1, violin section 2, the oboes, the horns, the brass, the trombones, the timpanis, the harps. I can actually visualize it, and I can actually visualize the orchestra, even though I've never seen the orchestra before. I can somehow make a visualization of how they're seated while they're playing and where the instruments are placed, and and things like that. So music, as we discussed earlier, it is a very visually evocative medium, and that's the reason why, for me, especially when it comes to instrumental pieces of music, making a music video is a very daunting task because when you make a music video, then you are slapping on a visual identity to the music to an end listener, whereas you want them to be like, I'll give you an example, like Harry Potter. Of course, I've not read the books, but the thing is that I know a lot of my friends who have read the books, and whenever you ask somebody who's a fan of the books, what do you think about the movies, they'll always have 10 things to say that, oh, I'd not like this, I'd not like that, or this particular character is not like how it is in the books, because the books were so visually evocative, and the books conjure up all these images of these different characters and the situations, and everybody's imagination runs wild,
Runs wild, and it's the imagination that they have while reading a book. It's absolutely their way.
Exactly.
It's absolutely how they would like to look at that character. They would want that character to be. So it's their version of all
Exactly,
those
and it's the
things.
most beautiful version in their mind.
And then it gets really difficult to see, somebody else's version.
Exactly.
That's not how I expected this to be.
So that is the thing, you hit it on the nail. That is exactly the problem with creating music videos for instrumental music. Because in instrumental music, you've got your own idea, which is like large, the canvas is huge, and then when a music video is slapped onto it, then it reduces that impact, number one. And number two is that the end listener cannot conjure up their own images of it. Because I would really rather that, but in today's time, nobody has the time, in today's age. But I would really rather people listen to my music and they're just closing their eyes and they're listening to the music and they're just figuring out their own images and their own emotions when it comes to the music. And they've got their own interpretation as to what I was thinking when I was creating the music. So music videos have got a purpose sometimes, but many a times I would prefer it without the music video because I would prefer it to be just the music.
I think that's also when the music hits you differently.
Yes.